Welcome back, everyone, to the Cardman's Cards. I am the Cardman. Excuse me on that one. Today we're going to be going over Constellar, Tellers, the Tellarknights, whatever you want to call the deck. We're going to be going over test hands and combos for the deck. We're going to go briefly over, overview of the deck profile. If you would like to pause and read or whatever, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to the deck profile in the description, so if you want to just watch that, to see by card and some other things along that nature, more welcome. This is just a quick glance of what we're going to be playing with. Just a little background. This deck, unfortunately, is not the greatest. So most of its combos are 2 to 3 card combos, sadly. But other than that, it can set up some pretty decent end boards with a handful of interactions, but nothing too crazy. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, the first one we're going to be going over is having Deneb. I keep want to call this guy, call him Loran. It's not. It's Loran. Because he Loran. Bye-bye. And open Skybridge. Let's go ahead and just start going through it. Normal summon Deneb. Deneb will trigger, adding yourself another name. I'm going to go ahead and chain Loran. No Skybridge for the time being. The main reason you don't use Skybridge right away is because Skybridge can basically change a monster into a different monster. So, say your Deneb gets targeted with Valor. You can Skybridge, put Deneb back into the deck, and summon another name. So basically, making sure the effect resolves. We're going to go ahead and grab Alteran. And triggering the effect of Lorion. We're going to go ahead and grab Constellar Tellarknights. Go ahead and activate Skybridge. Go and send Loran. We're going to go ahead and grab this fella. I do not know how to pronounce this guy's name. We're just going to call it Tail Person. Sure. Trigger its effect. We're going to go ahead and send Alderan. I'm going to go ahead and make Constellar Teller Cassadius, or Cassadius, there we go. We're going to go ahead and trigger his effect. I'm going to go ahead and chain this guy's effect to summon himself. And we're going to activate. We're going to go ahead and use his effect to banish one and then send one, right? Banish one to Tellarknight or Constellar monster from your hand or deck. Get rid of this card. This effect becomes a banished monster's effect. That was okay. So we're going to go ahead and banish a Vega. And then we're going to detach Deneb. And then we can normal summon Alteran. Alteran effect will trigger. Summon back Deneb. Now we're going to go ahead and overlay. We're going to go ahead and into Utopic Sage. We're going to trigger Utopic Sage. Detach. 2. We're going to go ahead and summon Ascended Sage. We use Ascended Sage's effect on overlay. I'm going to go ahead and make Utopia. Trigger. I'm going to grab the rank up spell. And then we're going to go ahead and overlay onto Utopia Prime. Then we're going to activate the Utopia rank up spell. Hyper rank up Magic Utopia Force. Target. We're going to go to Dragnar. Then we're going to activate Dragnar's effect, which allows us to detach 2. And then summon a number Ixie between 1 and 100. Go Utopia Ray. Trigger the rank up effect. If I summon one that's 5 or higher, attach it. And we're going to use effective Ray to detach a material and equip a ZW card. We're going to Twin Pegasus to itself. So now it has its own negate because it's equipped with a ZW card. And then Twin Pegasus already is a negate. So, I think that's everything. You can go ahead and activate this. Yeah, because none of these trigger, right? And these are all used. Yeah. I guess we'll just summon Alderan for the time being. No effect. Then we're going to use the additional effect to target that guy. Depending on what your current board state is, you can easily make this into Diamond if your opponent's your opponent's running Dark Monsters as a bit of a floodgate, or you can make Pleiades as a quick effect bounce. We're gonna go ahead and make Pleiades. Yeah, and then I think that's everything. Because we go to our opponent's turn during their draw phase or standby. We're going to go ahead and trigger the effect of Dragnar to detach another 2. And we're going to go ahead and summon Hope Harbinger for a spell trap negate. So, typically with an end board, you're going to end up with Pauper, Floodgate, depending on which Constellar monster you go into. 2 negates from one from Ray, 1 from Twin Pegasus. A spell negate / attack redirection, and attack drop to 0 if you can. Depending on what you open, you can also possibly make Topic Future as well. Yeah, if I open another monster that I could summon with the effect of Constellar Tellarknights, I could have made Gaga Magician, and then overlaid with Utopic Sage to go ahead and make that. So basically, any additional monster, like say for example, I opened a copy of Ascended Sage. Ascended Sage has a special summon effect that allows you just to summon itself. So, alright, I think we're going to go ahead and move on to the next combo. Okay, now that we're back, same 2 opening cards, Deneb, Loran. Only difference is we have a Sakitama instead. So, Sakitama basically is an additional free body that you can make just by revealing itself and almost summon a spirit monster. So basically, as you're doing your typical combo, you can use Sakitama to basically say, hey look, a free monster. Or would you need Skybridge for this? Or do you have to open Skybridge to get the additional monsters? You're not going to have... Yeah, I think you will. Yeah. I think I messed up on this one. Okay. So, the next one we're going to do here is something I'm going to try at least. I think I'm thinking correctly. This should still work the way you want it to work, but not have to needing to open Skybridge. Due to certain effects. So we're going to go ahead and normal summon Deneb. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to end, but we're going to try. Deneb effect, trigger, Loran. Loran effect is going to summon itself. Chain. We're going to go ahead, instead of grabbing Altarin, we're going to go ahead and grab... No, we can grab him. Okay. Then yeah, my plan is kind of already out the window. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and grab Altarin. Effect from Orion. Gonna go ahead and grab Skybridge. Because I forgot this only adds Tellarknight monsters, and the card I'm thinking of is not a Tellarknight. So yeah, so you can't inherently add it. Let's go ahead and activate Skybridge. Target Orion. Can I summon it off this though? No, I didn't think so. Okay. Let's go ahead and just go back into this guy. Summon. Trigger. I'm going to go ahead and send Altaran. Go ahead and make Cassidius. Let's go ahead and activate the effect. Add these two back to hand. Granted, we're going to chain the effect of Alderaan to summon itself to your field. And I'm not using its effect to banish cards. Use the effect of Ixie. We're going to go ahead and banish Vega. Oh, I chose the wrong one. Shit. I guess it still gets you the other card. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, you can banish the Ran off of that trigger to add this, which still gets you special summon. Yeah, summon this card from hand, which again will trigger. Then again to add some of the nib. Okay, yeah. So in a roundabout way, I did what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, yeah. So if you use this to banish Loran, you can get a second additional add, and you can add the spell. Okay. What I wanted to do didn't work, but it still worked in a roundabout sense. Because now you can still do what you did last combo is go Topic Sage with any of these two. Use the effect of Topic Sage. Detach 2. I'm going to go ahead and summon Ascended Sage. Overlay into Utopia. Effect of Ascended Sage, since it was made in Ixie. Go ahead and grab the Ixie spell. I'm going to go ahead and rank up. Activate. Target. Let's put Dragnar there. Effect of Dragnar. Detach 2. Summon Ray. Trigger. Effect of Ray. Detach. Equip. And I think that's everything for our turn. The only thing here you could also do, possibly do, is instead of making this into another body, you could easily go into Topic Future and Draco Future, if you so inclined. Because instead of giving yourself another bounce, you would have a negate instead. Because you would still end up with the spell and trap negation due to the effect of Dragnar. So if you think the negate and take with Utopic Draco Future would be inherently better, I think that's what you should probably do. Because Pleiades is nice, don't get me wrong. But I definitely feel if you can make an additional body before or after you make this guy, this would be the best route to go. Because you can basically make Pleiades after everything. Say like you open another additional free monster. Yeah. But yeah, I think, yeah, that's what we do for right now. Let's go ahead and not use the additional effect of Constellar Tellarknight. It's a good effect, but we're thinking we're just going to do this. Then go up on top of Draco Future. So now basically you have a Towers-esque monster as Draco Future. That's a monster effect negate. 2 monster effect negates in these two. He also cuts in half. Attack drop. I think it's whenever it attacks a number monster, right? Opponent declares an attack. You can change the attack of opponent's monster to 0. You can use effective. So it's, yeah, okay. Whenever it declares an attack, you can drop it to 0. So then you go to your end of turn. And then during your opponent's turn, trigger Dragnar to go ahead and grab, well, not grab, but summon you can go ahead and use the effect to attach if you so inclined. The only thing his detach effect does is an attack redirect. It doesn't inherently matter. But say, for example, your opponent like swings at like with a 4K body at one of your little guys here, you can use Dragnar to drop and then effect of Hope Harbinger to redeclare right at him, so boom, he takes some damage. But yeah, so your overall end board's going to be attack drop, spell negate / attack redirect, monster negate cut in half, another monster negate, and then another monster negate and take. So basically, a bunch of negations off of 2 cards, which is not inherently bad. But my thought, you could even make more cards if you open just an additional body. Let's go ahead and try that. I'll meet you right back here in just a moment. Okay. I think to do what I want to do, you have to open Skybridge or one of the spells to do this. So let's go ahead and try to do it this way. I think you can do it the other way. I'm not 100% sure, but for the additional name off of the Conteller Stellar card, the Spell and Trap, because the way I did it for the 2-card combo, you summon the one from hand. So let's go ahead and try it this way. We're going to go ahead and start by summoning Deneb. Deneb effect. Summon Loran. We're going to go ahead and grab Alteran. And then effect. Grab Constellar Tellarknights. Go ahead and activate Skybridge. Target Loran. Go ahead and summon Tailfriend. Trigger the effect. I'm going to go ahead and dump Alderan. And we're going to go ahead and overlay into Quesadillas. We're going to go ahead and activate the effect. Chain Alderan. To summon itself, Shahaman. Add. No effect. I'm going to go ahead and use the effect of Quesadillas. We're going to go ahead and banish. You want to banish Vega because it summons from hand. Then we're going to go ahead and detach that one. Summon Alteran. Terran effect. Summon back Tailfriend. Summon. Now let's go ahead and go into Topic Sage. Using Sage. Detach 2. Summon Ascended Sage. Then we're going to go ahead into Utopia. Effective Ascended Sage can be made into Utopia. Grab the rank up spell. Activate the rank up spell. Oh shit, I did this in the wrong order, but that's okay. Should have overlaid first, but that's alright. Only difference is you're going to end up with a 1 less card. Detach 2. Summon. Effect. Attach. Effect. Detach. Equip. Now, we're going to go ahead and activate this card. Consider Tellarknights. Trigger the effect. Go ahead and special this fellow. And we're going to use Sakitama in hand, or any additional summon if you wanted to. Go ahead and summon our friend. Now, go ahead and make Gaga Magician just as an additional 4. Because you don't need to use his effect. But, now we can actively make Pleiades. And then go ahead and make these 2 guys into Utopic Sage. And then, sorry, Draco Future. Using Utopic Sage. Into Draco Future. So you still have your bounce with Pleiades, 2 negates with Ray, 1 with Pegasus, attack drop, and a negate. If I would have ranked up instead of what I did, on top of, we would also got the not the Draco Future, the Hope Harbinger off of this as well. On your opponent's turn, which I'm going to quickly just redo this just to point of reference. Let's go ahead and quickly restart this line. I'm going to quickly just blaze through it, so go ahead and summon, trigger, summon, go ahead with that. Boop, boop. Trying to go as fast as I can to get these guys as much as possible. Effect. Send that fella. I'm gonna go ahead and boop-de boop. Effect. Go ahead and grab back our stuff. Chain. Schmummin. Add back. No effect. I'm gonna use the effect of this fella. Banish Vega. Detach Deneb. Terran effect. Trigger. Back to Neb. Then we're gonna go on ahead and Topic Sage. Effective Utopic Sage, detach 2. Summon Ascended Sage. I'm going to go ahead and overlay to Utopia. Trigger. Add. Okay. Now this is where I kind of did a minor goof. You want to overlay into Prime first, just so you get the additional activation of Dragner. Dragner has a detach 2 for his effect. Normally you always will go into that. I just put Dragner here. But I goofed on that one. So yeah, it's my own fault. Sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and equip, effect, detach, Twin Pegasus. Okay. So, now I want to go ahead and activate Tellarknights using the effect. Go ahead and special. We're going to go ahead and special to Neb again just because it's an easy one. And then we're going to use Sakitama's effect to special itself, revealing itself, and then normal of a spirit monster. And we're going to go ahead and overlay into Gaga Magician as another number 4. Also, fun fact, Gaga Magician, if you have a non-number Ixie monster in your grave, you can detach and target it, and it'll summon it for free. But you don't need it because you have CW. I'm going to go ahead and make F0, and into Draco Future. Then using this effect, target Pleiades. And then we end our turn, and then our opponent's turn. During their turn, you activate the additional effect of Dragner. Detach 2. Summon. Activate the rank up spell to equip, just because why not. And there you go. I might ignore this card. I don't feel like dealing with buttons. So yeah, so on your turn, because you would activate this during your opponent's standby phase, you would have a spell negate, 2 bounces, because this is, it's once per turn. Yeah, so a bounce, a negate, and take, attack drop, all in conjunction to your typical cards. Standard stuff. So yeah. Actually, if you really wanted to, you could set Skybridge after you use Pleiades effect, I think. Right? Yeah. You might be able to use that. I'm not 100% sure how that works. But yeah, so there's all that fun jazz. There's a couple other combo lines I'm going to go over, but I'm going to do a few test hands after that. I kind of rambled on and did a bunch of random shit. So, yeah, we're just going to move on from here. Oh, excuse me. Oof. I'm looking at a different 2-card combo that I think should work fine. I just gotta get to it, so I'll be back in just a moment. Okay. I just did this combo, and I goofed it somehow. It works like I want it to work, but I didn't read the context of certain cards. So let's do this again the correct way. We're going to go ahead and normal summon Deneb, as you typically do. Deneb effect, we're going to go ahead and add a card, and then we're going to use the effect of Loran to summon itself as normal. We're going to go ahead and grab Alteran, and then Loran's going to go ahead and grab a spell. We're going to go ahead and grab Skybridge. Now, while we have Loran on the field, because he's still considered a Constellar card, we're going to use Cassius effect to summon itself. And we're going to trigger his effect. We're going to activate his effect. He's in ignition. We're going to go ahead and grab Constellar Tellarknights for the additional summon. Now, we're going to go and activate Skybridge. The thing with this is what messed me up last time. Skybridge is a weird condition that the monster, if the monster is summoned off of Skybridge, is still on the field. You can't summon anything else other than Tellarknights, which is a weird condition, but it's there. So, for the Ixie, you have to use the monster to continue into the Utopia combo. I didn't realize that, and I sat there for probably like 20 minutes wondering why I was stuck. Luckily, I reread Skybridge. So, to make this work how I want it to work, you gotta use these two. You gotta use the monster you summon off of Skybridge. Because now the monster's no longer there, now we can not have to worry about Skybridge's condition, and we can just continue as normal. Now we're going to go ahead and activate Alteran effect, summon itself, add Skybridge back to hand, no effect. We're going to go and activate the effect. We're going to go ahead and banish Vega, detach. Oh yeah. Would he be still considered special summoned from Skybridge? I don't think so, because that's how I wasn't summoned last. I think that would work this way, yeah. Detach, summon, trigger, special. I think this is going to work correctly. Right? Yeah, cool. It works. Good. I'm hoping this is works the way I want it to work. And it does, because if not, you have to detach the other one. Which is fine, too, but it's just the in-deck version of this Ixie, Cassidius, has an additional effect if he's on a Constellar monster. Light and dark monsters that his card attacks are destroyed during damage calc. So I would like to keep him on there. But yeah, okay. Brain confusion. Detach 2. Summon Ascended Sage. So now we still have an additional monster from this whole combo line, and the way to summon another monster. So we're going to go ahead and make Utopia using these two. Effective Ascended Sage. I'm going to grab the rank up spell. Now we're going to go ahead and go into Prime. If you didn't want to run Prime, because I know Prime's like $4, and if you really want to pick up just a cheap version, the regular Utopia Ray works just as well as this. It's just Prime had an actual effect that could be used. Ray's effect is very situational, never comes up. Neither effect comes up, but Prime is the more useful of the two. But if you wanted just to grab regular C number 39 Utopia Ray, just for the additional material, it's just as well, because you're just going to use it just as the same effect. Which you easily could. No one's stopping you. Detach 2. Summon. Effect. Equip. Activate. Detach. Equip. Now we're going to go ahead and activate Constellar Tellarknights. Trigger the effect. Go ahead and summon back Deneb. Go ahead and overlay into Gaga Magician. Actually, if you really wanted to, is his effect once per turn? Yeah, there, once per turn. So yeah, so you could really make a second version of this guy if you wanted to, but it wouldn't really be helpful. Go F-Zero. Break a Future. And lastly but not least, Pleiades. For your turn at least. Again, if your opponent's using Dark Monsters or you want the full effects of Diamond, which again, if you don't know exactly what Diamond does, check out my deck profile in the list down below. It's very informational. You can do him instead too. But then we go to our opponent's turn, and then during their turn, you summon Dragner, of course. Not Dragner, but Hope Harbinger. Detach the other two. Summon Hope Harbinger as a spell. Spell negate and a monster redirect. If you're so inclined. But yeah, so that's typically what your end board would look like. I think I've shown off like 4 or 5 combos now to get to this end board, roughly. I think the one ended on is an additional monster. But yeah. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a couple test hands now. I'm not sure exactly how long this recording is going because I goofed up a couple times. I think I only got time enough for a couple. We'll do two test hands. I think we're gonna call it a video because I still gotta edit everything. So let's go ahead and just jump into a couple just test hands inherently. Okay, we're gonna go do a couple test hands and we'll just shoot from there. So this is the first one. Let's see, we got some pretty decent common cards we're gonna be using. We're gonna go ahead and special Ascended Sage off the bat just because it has a good effect. It just gives you a free body. We're gonna go ahead and normal summon this guy. We're going to trigger its effect. And we'll chain Loran, sorry. Hey, Loran. We're going to go ahead and send Alderan. Effect of this guy. We're going to go ahead and grab Skybridge. Now we're going to activate Skybridge. Skybridge effect. We're going to go ahead and put... let's go put Loran back. We're going to summon Deneb. Deneb will trigger. We're going to go ahead and chain Alderan. Summon Alderan. Gonna go ahead and grab Terran. And then we're gonna go ahead and overlay into this fella. I gotta use Deneb for this just so I can still use the Utopia combo later on. Trigger his effect. Go ahead and grab Skybridge back. And go ahead and activate. And then go ahead and detach. Yeah, we'll banish Loran. Detach Deneb. We're going to detach Loran. Yeah, we'll detach Alderan. I'm going to go ahead and activate, grab the Constellar Tellarknights. And then we're going to go ahead and overlay. We don't need Utopic Sage this turn, so we don't necessarily need to make it. You can if you want. I still think you can make another Ixie with it if you really want to do it that way. I don't think it'd be beneficial. Right, because if you just activate this now, effect, trigger, summon, trigger this guy's effect, summon this guy back. No effect. Because now this is under 4, 4. Because then you would want to make Utopia. Effect. Rank up Utopia into Prime. Activate target. Dragner. Dragner effect. Detach 2. Summon. Trigger. Activate. Detach. Summon. Activate target. Pleiades. Go ahead and guess in this case you can make pretty much whatever. I think making the additional copy of your kit, this friend, would be your best option. Yeah, you can't activate its effect, but you can set those two. Go end phase. Go ahead and activate. Detach 2. Summon. Trigger. Activate Skybridge. Yeah. Send him. Go ahead and summon. Go ahead and summon Nib. Trigger to Nib. Add Loran. So yeah, unfortunately that does not work how you would want it to work. So yeah. Sadly, if you really wanted to get the effect of Alterant off, you'd have to have it engraved by some effect. So like using Pleiades to detach before you use Skybridge, I think is what you would have to do. But still not bad, because that would actually give you another interaction there. But yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and do another test hand. I think what's going to be the end for the video. Interesting hand. Oh, this is a really weird one. Let's go ahead and activate Rhoda. This is a 4/4. What do here? So I grab Deneb. Not add me a card, but I won't do anything else. Yeah, you're not a Stellar. I think it's only you, right? Treated as a Stellar card. You are a Stellar card. Is there any elements that are treated as a Stellar? Oh, what is that? Vega. No, not Vega. Oh, it's Alderaan. Okay. Yeah, I think that's actually what I do here. Grab this. Normal summon. Effect. Send Alderan. Triggers Sakitama. Reveal. Normal summon a spirit. Overlay. Activate Alderan. Summon itself. No effect. Effect of Cassidy's. Summon. Trigger. Grab. Activate. Banish Loran. Right? Yeah, banish Loran. Let's go ahead and detach you. We're going to go ahead and grab Skybridge. Trigger Skybridge. Summon Deneb. Deneb effect. Grab. Sadly, I'm locked into this. It's fine. So trigger grabbing. Activate. Summon. I think if I did that differently, I could have ended on more. And if I waited to activate Skybridge till after the fact. Yeah, I think that would have been better to do. Because then that would have led into the Utopia combo. I should have activated this. Activated this. Summon the one from Grave. Overlay into that. Activate Skybridge. Yeah. I don't know. But I think that's it for the video. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but I gotta do a bunch of editing. But that is it for now. This has been the Cardman's Cards. I'm the Cardman. This has been a Constellar Teller, whatever you want to call it. Test hands / combos. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, keep collecting. Bye. Okay. So, I do believe this 3-card combo should do the same thing as that 4-card combo we just did, due to the fact that Loran is always treated as a Constellar card, so you can still get the special summon of Cadius from hand, which allows you to add the other card. So you should still basically get the same generic combo without have to opening Skybridge instead of this monster. So basically, instead of having Skybridge, you get this card instead, because he can add the secondary card that you need. So let's go ahead and try this out. So we're going to normal summon Deneb, chain Loran. What does he do? He Loran. Sorry, that was a bad joke. That was a very bad joke. Grab Altaran. Trigger Loran. Gonna go ahead and grab Skybridge. Now, we activate this guy's effect first to summon. Because now he's going to trigger, you can activate his effect before you activate Skybridge. You can go ahead and add Constellar Tellarknights. So basically, you're grabbing a card he would have grabbed. So we're going to go ahead and activate Skybridge. Send. We're going to summon this fella. I can never remember this guy's name. trigger its effect. We're going to go ahead and send Alderan. And we're going to go ahead and overlay. I would recommend you overlay with this friend, because if it's a Constellar Ixie monster, it gains the additional effect of the battle of the light or dark monster before damage calculation. Banish that monster instead. So we're going to use him as material for the Ixie. Boom. We're going to go ahead and trigger. We're going to activate Alderan. Summon. Add back Skybridge. No effect. Now, we're going to go ahead and activate Ixie Cassidus. We're going to banish Vega as normal. Detach Deneb, because you want to leave him attached. We're going to summon Altaran. Trigger the effect. Summon Deneb. The full board. Okay. Oh. What locked me? Why can't I make... you? Yeah, I'm confused why I can't make Utopic Sage. Okay, I'm real confused right now. This should work. Yeah, because I have no locks. Huh. So still I can summon it to this zone. So I know it's not a zone problem. And reading what I'm locked into, I can only attack with Tellarknights. I can only declare an attack with Ixie monsters. But that doesn't lock me out of my summons. Yeah, I'm really confused why I'm locked out from making Ascended Sage. It shouldn't be. Oh. Oh. Okay. I see my confusion here. Okay. So what I wanted to do is still technically doable, but Skybridge is stupid. It. I'm surprised this is not mentioned up here in this bar, which is surprisingly. But since I use Skybridge and the monster still someone from Skybridge is on the field, I can't special summon anything but Tellarknights. Let's redo this. I'm gonna cut this out. So, future me, ignore this part.